Stay savage, your boy Shino Bentro. What's poppin'? Today we are back with another video, and guess what? The Trap Ninjas are here like always. Today we got Sasuke really being the stepdad that Boruto never had. Honestly, in today's episode, if you guys really watched it, I seen some parenting skills come from Sasuke, and that's something I thought I would never see due to the fact that he doesn't parent his own daughter. So it's like, what the hell? Obviously, we seen Naruto connect with Sarada a little bit more to him, but even then, in this episode, you see him talking with Sarada, and it was just like, hold up. These two look like they have a really good connection for some reason. But you know, I mean, I guess Sarada got over the fact that he's always gone and he has his mission to do. And you know, her want to become Hokage. I guess she wants to have this understanding. So if you guys are excited about today's video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. Now, with that being said, you guys have like a few more hours to get your Shino X Sakura shirts. And I'm probably never going to say that shit again. Hopefully, I don't have to say it again. You guys made the campaign relaunch this time, and it was not me. But hey, at the same token, hey, if you want to check that shit out, links in the description below. Now, with that being said, finally, let's get into today's video. Let's get it. Alright, so like I said, we saw Sasuke appear in today's episode. Honestly, he was the stepdad that Boruto never had, that he needed. The stepdad. This man stepped up as the stepdad. Like, you know, the stepdad gotta walk up the step to step up to take care of another man's child. But literally, we seen Sasuke do that to Boruto. And I thought it was pretty unique because obviously, we seen some rehash from the movie type shit. Clearly, they had some things that was in the movie already, but they rehashed it and made it a little bit better. And they basically integrated some new scenes around that. And if you guys don't remember, if I'm not mistaken, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, back in the Naruto Boruto movie or whatever, Boruto the Naruto movie or whatever, you saw Sasuke walking down this alley and you saw Boruto like stalking him, you know what I'm saying, kind of like hiding out, trying to see how he is, and you know, basically go after him with, you know, techniques and shit. But like in this shit, we seen this man pull up straight up at the estate, you know, and then Sasuke just beat his ass outside. Like, I was like, holy fuck. And then like the fact that he just sat there, got his ass beaten, and he was just like, oh my god, Sasuke is so cool. I was like, yo, what is this fanboyism? Like, what are you doing, Boruto? So I'm gonna just say this. Typically when we see episodes like this, is usually like the introduction to something that's about to happen even greater. A lot of you guys already know what's going on. You guys already know what's gonna take place. But this time at the preview, we kind of got to see Yurashiki involved. Now clearly in this episode, we obviously see Boruto, you know, trying to learn the Rasengan, essentially trying to get Sasuke to accept him as a student, something that we all foreshadowed because this was something that was given. A lot of people made spoiler videos about this, and it was like one of those things where it's like, why would you make a spoiler video about something you literally aren't gonna know? Like, I was gonna make a spoiler video about it, but it was at the same token, it was like everything that we already knew. Like, if you already read the manga, clearly things are gonna stop popping up that you already know. Now obviously there's gonna be that little bits and pieces with the Utsukis that there wasn't there before. Clearly we got to see Katasuke being put under the Genjutsu that wasn't there before. But if you read the manga, then you kind of know what the gist of things are. The only thing that would be so much of a mystery would be Toneri and Yurashiki, and those two having that little formats. Now if we see them connect with the main branch of the Otsutsuki at some point in time, obviously that'll be a lot different too. Or maybe see them even interact with the Kara in the anime, that'll be different, because like I said, there are differences between anime, but the differences aren't not that great. Clearly we get to see a lot of different things play different points. Like, Yurashiki doesn't exist in the manga. Clearly, you know, the manga actually introduced Katasuki being put under the Genjutsu way before the TV show and the movie basically did it. But obviously, they put it in the anime when the point came, so you know, it kind of fit. But like at the same token, you know, there's still like a whole bunch of other things that's in the manga that we need to see put over here. And honestly, if you read the manga, you shouldn't even be looking for spoilers, to be honest. But this is for my anime watchers, because like always, you know, not everybody's up to date with the manga, not everybody knows where to read the manga, and I'm definitely not gonna be the person to tell you where to read it. I get comment sections, I get comments all the time asking me, hey, where do you read the manga at? I'm not doing that, dog. I just can't. Just, you know, buy your chapters like a regular person and then do your thing. But overall, like I said, this was like a development episode for Boruto. You know, this was the introduction of Kinshiki. Clearly we got to see that little fight between Kinshiki and Sasuke. Obviously a lot of people thought it was gonna be like redone and the art style would be really cheap and really poor. for, but like, let's keep it a buck. I think they went the best route optional for them. They just went ahead and took the scenes directly from the movie and then tied it in with some newer scenes and shit like that. Like, clearly we seen Hinata leave, and you know, Boruto had to stay with Himawari doing some babysitting type shit, and you know, basically he was baking a cake, and as he was baking a cake, you know, him baking a cake kind of taught him how to do the Rasengan, and it taught him the motion. Actually, if you want to be clear, Himawari actually told him, he said, no, not so rough, you gotta be more gentle, you know, you gotta do it like mom, like, you know. So Boruto started whipping it and whipping it, and he started seeing it. So then he put his hand over the cake and he started controlling his chakra, and he started seeing it spin, and then literally that's how the boy made the Rasengan. So honestly, credibility goes to Himawari, because she told him stop being rash and stop being, you know, so impatient about it. And that's something that we see Boruto like express a lot. Like, obviously Naruto was that way too, but one thing is like more prominent than that. If you guys look at the Uchiha clan, the Uchiha clan are known as a clan for their impatience. If you don't know what I mean by that, they always itching to get stronger. They're always tweaking to find another way to get stronger. Like, if you look at Madara, he was always looking for a way to get stronger. He was always trying to excel. He was always trying to go further than what he was. You know, obviously they were already strong, but like in their minds, they were impatient and they wanted to be stronger than what they were. They didn't want to be how they are, you know what I'm saying? So like, clearly we have Boruto mixed with Naruto and Sasuke a little bit, because if you guys look in this episode, we clearly see Sasuke basically saying, you know, the boy's just like you. The Naruto was like, nah, he's not like me, he's more like you, essentially. And then even then, when he was saying, you know, you're not like me, he's more like you, they kind of both agree to disagree. And then even when Naruto kind of discredited, talking about like the essence and the soul of a shinobi and how it's different, Sasuke was like, nah, you know, obviously generations change, but the soul of a shinobi stays the same. And like Boruto was trying to argue, say, well, you know, these kids are not like that. These kids are not in that era. They are different than how they were. And you see Sasuke basically letting him know, it's like, look, you believe what you want, but look, you're still a loser. Clearly, Sasuke lost in the fight, but I think Sasuke may be right with this, because if you look at Boruto, Boruto does have the true essence of a shinobi. It's just like this lust for power that really corrupts Boruto towards the ending. Now, we see Katasuki give Boruto the scientific ninja tool, because clearly Boruto got upset after his training with Konohamaru when learning the Rasengan, and basically go and put on the presentation for Sasuke Uchiha. And essentially, it kind of sucks that, you know, Sasuke is so little bad-mouthy, because I feel like if Sasuke was a little bit more level-headed and a little bit more cool than what he's supposed to be, you know, if he wasn't so edgy, obviously Boruto would never actually ran off for the scientific ninja tool. And I think the main reason he ran off for the scientific ninja tool was due to the fact that, you know, Sasuke was like, why is it so small? Your Rasengan is so small, like, what the heck, you know what I'm saying? But even then, obviously Boruto jumps to conclusions. You know, he doesn't even give Sasuke a chance. He just bolts off and run away like a little kid he is. But like, it's to be expected. Boruto's 12 years old, dog. Like, what do you expect from a 12-year-old? If something being told to a 12-year-old, clearly if it doesn't go that way, you know, sometimes when they get in that transitioning phase from like preteen to like teenager and shit like that, you know, they throw temper tantrums. Like, that's what we see little kids do, and that's something that we see Boruto do a lot when things don't go his way in this series. It kind of sucks that it has to be that way, but that's just kind of how it pans out. I mean, it's nor here nor there. It's clearly gonna be some development in it, but like, I feel as though Sasuke could have just strayed him away from that path if he would have been like, all right, it's not as big as the normal Rasengan, but look, it's a Rasengan, I accept you, versus, oh, it's pretty small, you actually call that thing a Rasengan. And then like, he saw Boruto throw it, you know what I'm saying? And maybe he was just trying to get under Boruto's skin, essentially to make Boruto want to try harder, or make him like push further to see if he was more like his father than his father saying him like him. Because, you know, like Naruto says he's like Sasuke, so maybe he wanted to see if he was really like Naruto, you know, maybe he wanted to see if like he would come back even stronger, because once Naruto was discouraged, or once Naruto was told he couldn't do something or something wouldn't work for him, you saw Naruto put in that extra mile. You saw Naruto always try to go a step further. So this is something that maybe Sasuke was trying to pull out of Boruto. Maybe this is something that he was trying to grasp out of him, but this is what he got in return. He got the old Sasuke, which was Sasuke that left and went towards Orochimaru, who was also a scientist. A lot of people don't regard Orochimaru as that, but he was a scientist. If you guys don't know, he experimented on a whole bunch of ninja. He had a whole like arsenal of hidden shinobi. He had this hidden sound. He created a village, and he even experimented on people, but he also took care of those people. That's why those people pledged their allegiance to him as well. So, you know, at the same token, he was an experimental person. You know, Orochimaru was always trying trying to improve scientifically and get stronger through science and genetics. That's clearly how Mitsuki became like a thing. You know, he's been scientifically made and structured through an experiment. So if you look at that and you look at Boruto and Sasuke, they're a bit the same, because Boruto runs off to get power from a scientist, as if, you know, Orochimaru was the scientist for Sasuke, and, you know, Sasuke ran off essentially. Clearly people don't look at it in that aspect, but if you look at it, it's the same. It's just not as grave. Like, clearly Boruto is running to somebody who still works in the village, but he's under genjutsu, so it kind of makes it a little wishy-washy. But at the same token, you know, they run it up, they chop it up. He gets this extra power, because like the scientific ninja tool, let's be honest, if put in the right hands, that shit is dangerous as fuck. Like, if you got Naruto with his like fucking scientific arm, I don't want to talk about that too much, but if you got him with this regular arm with Hashirama cells, and then he fucking shoots out this shit, and then he shoots out a fucking beast bomb, like, he's using chakra that he has himself, that he's storing up, and then he's just using fucking scrolls that just manifest their own jutsus and shit. Clearly it won't be as high level, but it's just like rapid succession. So if he uses this hand to like just shoot like 100 fucking jutsus out just to distract the enemy, keep them busy, while charging like the biggest Biju bomb you ever see him using his entire life. You know what I'm saying? So clearly this thing has a lot of different potential and a lot of different power that he could take and excel with greater heights. One more thing I would like to note is like that Sasuke actually went back and hung out with fucking Sarada and them, and I thought that was really dope to see Sasuke go into the house and, you know, be on his father-daughter type shit, because even though he's always gone, I think it's always noted that Sasuke is really about family. And obviously Naruto is the exact same way, but the thing with Naruto is Naruto puts a lot of different things before he puts his family, and that's something that is going to be a big issue for Naruto in the long run. Now clearly Naruto doesn't really understand the true essence of being a father, because he's never had a father. Now clearly Iruka was his father and he was his father figure, so I mean, at the same token, that's not necessarily an excuse, because Iruka always tried to be there for Naruto, even when Naruto was like doing like the dumbest shit or in the craziest situations, you know. So like, if you see Naruto and you see Iruka, you know, if you look at that bond, you know, Iruka was always kind of doing missions, but he would always check in with Naruto, you know what I'm saying? But when Naruto check-ins, he's always sending shadow clones and shit like that. At least when Sasuke pops up, for the very one time he does pop up, at least he goes home and actually like shows himself. Now clearly Sasuke matters and missions aren't as grave as the Hokage, because he has to do a tuning exam paperwork, he has to do like a whole bunch of other paperwork, he has to make laws, has to make rules, pass legislation, you know. This is a whole fucking democratic party essentially, if you look at it, because you have his advisor, which is Shikamaru and shit like that. I was about to say Shikadai, because, you know, these niggas are carbon copies and shit like that. But clearly, like, you have all these different people and all these different things that Naruto have to do. You know, he's always doing either interview or, like, you know, protecting the village, trying to study about the Utsutsuki ruins, you know, keep tabs on other neighboring countries. It's just like a lot, you know. So clearly Naruto is gonna have to find some TLC time just to take a break and kick back with his family. That way he can catch up. But at the same token, you know, if you can make all these clones, why you just don't make a bunch of clones and make them do the work, you know? But clearly, I guess he feels as though it's more embedded when it's actually him doing it, when he's actually the person like performing the task. I feel like he gains a lot more. Now clearly we're gonna get some more stuff from the next episodes, and we're gonna get some more stuff in terms of the manga coming up real soon. We want to know who Kashikoji is. We want to see what's going on with that shit. We want to see what's going on with a lot of different things in the Boruto universe. So clearly, you know, I'm gonna be on tune with that. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. Let me know your personal thoughts and personal opinions about this episode in the comment section below. And with that being said, my name is Shino Ventura. Stay true and stay real. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.